എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. Today I'm going to share with you an experience of a solo trip which is done just for 2 days, a Saturday, Sunday, to Pondicherry. We call it as Puducherry as well as Pondicherry. So it was meant to just go roam around the places and come back, and I didn't have so many days to spend. So ഒരു ശനിയും ഞായറും 2 ദിവസത്തെ ഒരു വീക്കെൻഡിലാണ് പോയി തിരിച്ചു വന്നത്. അതിൻ്റെ വിശേഷങ്ങളാണ് നിങ്ങൾ ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ കാണാൻ പോകുന്നത്. പോണ്ടിച്ചേരിയിൽ എത്താൻ നമുക്ക് I stay in Bangalore. So from Bangalore you can drive to Pondicherry. That is one of the option. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ train also you can take and go. And flight is not, you don't have too much any of flights which is going to Pondicherry. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചെന്നൈ പോയിട്ട് പിന്നെ അവിടുന്ന് ഓൺ റോഡ് പുതുച്ചേരി പോകണം. അങ്ങനെ അതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ടേഷൻ availability. I just had a Saturday, Sunday till Friday it was working. Driving down to Pondicherry was not a feasible option because you have to spend a lot of hours on the road, and then you have few hours. So and then ഞാൻ ഒറ്റയ്ക്കാണ് പോകുന്നത്, so you have to drive alone. അപ്പോൾ അത് വിചാരിച്ച് I chose an option ki Friday working hours കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് I took a late night train to Pondicherry. So in the next day morning you reach there, so you get the entire Saturday, then stay back one day there and come and the entire Sunday, and you take a night train back and you reach back on Monday morning, and Monday morning your working hours start. So that is how I normally plan my short trips, and so that work is not getting affected, though I am able to take a short trips in between. So that was the plan. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ പോണ്ടിച്ചേരി ട്രിപ്പും ചെയ്തത്. ഒത്തിരി ആദ്യം വിചാരിച്ചു ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൻ്റെ കൂടെ പോകാമെന്ന്. ഒത്തിരി ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനോട് ചോദിച്ചു, അവരുടെ ടൈം ഇതുമായിട്ട് മാച്ച് ആവുന്നില്ല, ഫാമിലീൻ്റെ ട്രിപ്പും അത് മാച്ച് ആവുന്നില്ല, etc. And then finally I decided, no, it's been quite a long time I'm waiting to do a Pondicherry trip. Let me just go and come back. So that is how I landed up doing this trip. So normally when I do a solo trip, I go more of a budget travel, not a luxury kind of travel, because my main intention is to roam around the places, get to know the places, etc. So that is my main interest. So I don't spend a lot of time in the hotel or wherever I wanted to stay. So that has always been, and I like to do more of a local use the local transport if possible, or walk around, etc., rather than getting into a comfort zone and you hire a vehicle for the whole day. I feel you don't get to know about that places too much. You become just a tourist and then you come back. You don't get know the vibe and feel of that place. So that is where. But when you go with family or with friends, then you have to give priority to their preference, what they wanted to do. Avarku kore neram nadakkan ishtilla, nalla sthalangalil enna thamasikanam anganeyokke. So when I do a solo trip, I go by for a budget trip like that. So when you book for a hotel, I think you have a lot of options to book online, and you can book just book without giving any payment. So that is one of the options. So when you really go to that place and see, if you feel the place is not, you don't feel comfortable with the place, and online kanda pole alla, this is little tricky, etc., then you always have an option to cancel and go for another place. So that is something which I always do. I book online upfront so that I know this is a place I have to go to. But after reaching there, if I don't feel a comfort, then I just search for a nearby place, or I may have 1 or 2 places in my list. So I'm not gone with a very tight schedule or a very pre-prepared plan or something, and that is what I normally do for a solo trip. I don't want to really have a tight schedule and feel like I have to cover all these places and come back. Most of the places, I think all of the places wherever I have gone, I always feel like going back to that place again. So that is the feel, because you didn't have covered all the places, and it's always you always feel like going back to that place. So I think that is a good vibe I get from the travel which I do. But of course, when you make a next list, you have so many places where you have never gone to, so that takes into priority. And you have an option, if you get an option to go back to your previous the places where you have visited previously, you can still go back to those places. So that is how I plan my trip. So even here, when I went to Pondicherry, I have, Pondicherry is famous for beaches. One big globe, if you have seen that golden petals one, that is something which I have always seen in most of the pictures and etc. So I just had an idea, I wanted to go and see that. That's the only thing which I have kept it in my mind when I travel to Pondicherry. And that place is called Auroville. It's called Auroville, or Auroville is also, it's pronounced like Auroville also. But for my surprise, when I reached there, and then this is one point I always excited about my travel, I land up in some exciting surprises when I reach to the place, because you may not know much about that place, and it is much more than what you thought about or what you heard about. And that one of that place was Auroville, and it's just 12 to 15 kilometers from the city, Pondicherry, and you can take a local transport if you wanted to have a budget travel, or you can hire a taxi and go. And one more thing which is in Pondicherry, like how we see it in Goa, etc., you can rent a bike yourself, and then you can take it for the whole day and give it back. So that is also one of the option which you can choose for. But couple of things which you have to be clear with respect to that is, when you are driving, you should know which direction to go, like map and etc. So that is one thing when you are in two-wheeler, when you are driving, when you are riding, and then along with that you have to be careful about the route. That is one thing. And Pondicherry, the southern part of India, it's always too hot in the daytime. I think after October and all, if you go, it is still a little bit of okay. You can, I think I went end of August, but it was, quite hot. So you don't have, when riding in a two-wheeler, whole day will make you tired. So that is one thing which I felt. And so again, talking about Auroville, I will give you more details when you go through these pictures and etc. But one specific thing about this township, it's a township, and majority of the people who are staying there are foreigners, and it's like, I think from more than 150 countries, the people from more than 150 countries are staying in this place. And there is no political preferences, there is no regional preferences, nothing. So it's a dream city, or a dream township. It is something which is an idealistic scenario which everyone think about. There is no all this kind of discrimination, but this township is a sample of that dream city. And I'll tell you more details about that place in the video.
Matri Mandir, and it allowed to see from a distance for tourists. So the place where I am standing is the place to which you have an access to, and you can see Matri Mandir from that distance. So the Matri Mandir is situated in Auroville township. It's an experimental township. Majority of the portion is in Villupuram district in Tamil Nadu, and rest of them in the Union Territory Pondicherry. So when we entered to Auroville township itself, there is a the entire hall which is picturized with respect to explaining the construction of Matri Mandir, how this township was developed, and there was a video also to explain how it was developed and what went into it, etc., etc. So അതിനെ ആ മാതൃ മന്ദിറിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടും ഓരോവില്ലെ ടൗൺഷിപ്പ് എങ്ങനെ ഡെവലപ്പ് ആയി എന്നുള്ളതിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടും entire details it's explained when you enter into this particular township. So when you go for the first time, you can see all these videos etc. and get to know about the place. But if you really wanted to go inside the place, you need to do a registration there and then come back next day at a particular time which they mentioned, I think 8:30, 9:30 etc. And for that also they provide transportation from different places. So they will tell you from where you can get a transportation to come back again, because this is outside the city. It's around 15 kilometers away from the city, but it requires a registration and then you come back next day. So a group of people are taken inside together and allocated the guide as well, and the guide explains us entire process. Matri Mandir took 37 years to build from laying the foundation in the year of 1971. So while going inside also to maintain the cleanliness, it's pure white. Its entire construction is done by white marbles, etc. So they they give you the white socks to wear so that there is no dirt or anything inside the dome, and it is very hygienically maintained, and they do this process very diligently. So it's a huge golden sphere surrounded by 12 petals, and each petal has its own name and its own significance. And it's covered by a golden disc and reflects sunlight, to the center of the dome. So, there are the entire day you get a straight line of sunlight inside the dome. That is how the construction is done, and that is the arrangements which is done inside, and inside which there is a place called a meditation hall. That is where they take you and allow you to spend 30 minutes time, and you can just it's not you can just meditate or you can just concentrate. That is the process which they allow you to do inside just for 30 minutes. One of the huge attraction while we walked towards the Matri Mandir was this banyan trees. It's a huge place which is covered with banyan trees, and it was very peaceful to be there, and it was amazing to see the way the banyan trees were spread across the place. It was a huge area. I have almost walked around 10 kilometers within that place. You can even get a cycle to roam around inside the place, and there are a lot more to see more than this Matri Mandir. So one of the attraction was the earth architecture in the world, which was an UNESCO recognized constructions which they do, which is earth friendly and with a cost effective one. And I was able to see multiple models which is unique, and different experiments which they do with this earth architecture constructions, and the materials were also demonstrated, what alternative materials you can use which is environment friendly. It gives you a feel of walking in a dense forest, and when you walk through, you can see a lot of different places. One is their yoga center, one is upasana center, one I think was something called as a taste center. It was there, some allergic treatment related ones. But it's all within that dense forest. Until and unless you go or reach that place, you will not recognize such things are there inside. And if you're thinking, how can you walk 10 kilometers? Don't you feel thirsty or hungry, tired and all? You can see interesting cafes inside. It was so interesting to see the arrangements which they have done. It is totally inside the forest, but it's very beautifully maintained. So you have places to, rest and have a cup of tea or to eat something, and then again walk. They had a lot of shopping opportunities as well, wide variety of products which was arranged there for shopping. What you see here is the real entrance of the place. So when you reach to Auroville, this is the entrance, and from there the journey starts to different direction, and they have name board everywhere. So when you walk, you can follow that name board and then see multiple places. Beaches are specialities of Pondicherry. So when you go to Auroville, in and around, there are multiple beaches near to Auroville as well. But if you are coming back to the city center, there also there are multiple beaches which is in and around that place. So all these pictures, what you see, for famous personalities of India, those are made by a great artist, and they were placed for seeing near to the beach. So I've taken some pictures from there. All the buildings, cafes, etc., you can see a French or an European touch for these places. So that was very beautiful to see. Couple of temples which I have seen when I was walking from the hotel to the beach. This is a famous church which was closer to the railway station, and the construction and the building was really nice, and the ambience inside when you go is also really nice.
കണ്ടല്ലോ നിങ്ങൾ പോണ്ടിച്ചേരി വിശേഷങ്ങൾ. So whenever I think about my trip to Pondicherry, it always makes me feel good that I was able to go inside Matri Mandir and have to have that feel of that place. and it is amazing. And I have heard a lot of my friends and colleagues, etc., or even my relatives who've been working there in Pondicherry quite some time, or visited Pondicherry multiple times. They just went and seen it from outside as a tourist. They never went inside the place, and they may not even know there is a process through which you can go inside, etc. So I think that is consciously Matri Mantir, they are doing a filtration process. They just wanted to take people inside who is really interested and wanted to know about the place, not like every single person who is coming and seeing that place as a tourist. So that is a conscious filtration process. What they do is what I have seen, because that is why they say you have to come one day, register, and then come back again a second day. So it takes your time. If you are really interested, then only you will go to that place a second time. But once I have shared my experience with most of my friends, relatives, and colleagues, and etc., so they always they told me, next time if we are going, we'll make sure we are going inside inside that place and able to get that feel. And it was a divine feel inside, and the way they maintained and managed is quite amazing, and lots of efforts put into it. So that's all about the Pondicherry trip. If you നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമായിട്ടുണ്ട് പോണ്ടിച്ചേരി ട്രിപ്പിൻ്റെ വിശേഷങ്ങളും മാത്രമേ മന്ദിരിൻ്റെ വിശേഷങ്ങളും എങ്കിൽ please like and share your comments in the comments button. And if you're seeing this channel for the first time, please subscribe the channel and click the bell button so that you get notifications whenever I upload my video. My efforts is to upload my travel experience videos every Wednesday and Saturday, which I'll try to do that continuously. Thank you so much.